Hello and welcome to Picking Principles. I have quite the haul to share with you today. I just ordered in some things. It didn't all come exactly as I thought it would, but I'm pretty happy for the most part. So I got these tools. These are key extracting tools. They've got some pretty interesting profiles. So that's got a weird shape right there. I don't know exactly how to use it, but it's super thin and flexible. It doesn't have anything stamped on it for the number, as some of these others do. This one, for instance, says 0.4 millimeter and it's got a number 1 on it. Also very thin, very flexible, with a nice sharp hook, so I can see getting that into a lock where a key's been busted and getting it around and hauling on that key. And you can probably see it pulling on my finger pretty easily. So, and there's quite a few that are short hooks like that. In fact, all of these are pretty much the same. They just have different stiffness. This is number 6. Very difficult to bend, especially in comparison to this number 1, which is super easy to bend. So I'm pretty happy with these, even if I almost will never use them. Oh, that was this one. A 2, also very, very easy to bend. Different shape hook, but I really like them. It's pretty neat. And then there's this, also a number 7, which is pretty stiff, and it's got this kind of like a rooster comb at the end, or a serrated knife. Anyway, also very grippy. I have had one instance where I was trying to extract a key, and I tried it with a bunch of those homemade methods, and I couldn't get it out. So they ended up having to call a locksmith instead of just having me do it. Then I've got these 4 little, I forget what they're called, but they've got these bumps on the end. You can see them maybe, but you can most definitely feel them. And the idea here is that you're supposed to slide these in beside as well and get it to try and grip your key that way. So very interesting. I'm happy with those. They weren't very expensive, I don't recall. Got them off of AliExpress. The next thing that came was, yes, I got a couple of those Huck. I want to get into trying some dimple locks, as I'm sure you know if you've been watching my channel. And I can't imagine that these will ever be useful. The size of these is just incredible. They're so big. Cover my whole fingernail practically. So this one has got a little bit of a curve to it, if you can see the profile. So it's curved upwards. I don't know if I'll ever find a use for that. And this one is clearly a side. The post isn't in the middle, it's on the side. So, and this one's flat. It doesn't have the same curved profile. When you look at them side by side, you can really tell the difference in the profiles there. And then 2, which I imagine will probably be immensely more useful, though I don't know how useful because they also appear quite large. This is a little curved flag, much smaller if we look at compared to the other one with my fingernail. And you can probably see that little curve for getting around warding. So I'm excited to actually get my hands on a dimple lock and give that one a try. And then this is really, really slender profile. I haven't got my mic on it yet to check what the profile is, but really, really thin, like fingernail thin, and curved up on both sides, so there's neither left-handed nor right-handed. It's got this bump in it here, I don't know why. The others are all flat. I don't know if it's a defect in the manufacturing process and they stamped it by mistake, or if it's to let you know which pick is which, but there you have those. And then, despite all of the negative press out there for these, I picked up a couple of these. These are disc detainer tools. And I actually have never even pulled this one out yet. Oh, it looks like it's secured pretty good. So Lockpicking Lawyer has a video on how to get the most out of these. Oh, this one's not even in the round. Can you tell? I'm sure you can tell by me spinning that this is bent. I'll have to work on that. And it doesn't even turn very well. Anyway, Lockpicking Lawyers video 640. I guess I can link to it below. Shows you how to get the most out of those. And I've got one that's probably made in a different factory, though they look pretty much identical, don't they? And this one actually spins really well. And it's got a little bit of a bend to it too, doesn't it? Wow. I'll definitely have to fool around with those and make sure I get them where I want them. But I'm sure I'll have to do some work on them, just like he said. And this one, again, really, really big part at the end there. But I'm thinking this is for if it tensions off the rear. And then you use this part right here with this kind of slender diamond profile to move your discs. But again, it's so wide, I can't imagine that it's going to pick up a single disc at a time. Look how wide that is. Now, having said all of that, let's see, this is the good one, and this one. Oh, and that came with some tensioning tools as well. I'm not going to take those out, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different kinds of tensioning tools. Looks like 3 pretty thin Z-bars with different thickness ends. This odd-looking turner, and then a straight insert too. Also came with this, which is very interesting, like a little 4-leaf clover. It says here 18 karat gold plated. I don't know what the point of that was, but thank you, Booksy, for that. Book Friends Booksy. A little bookmark possibly? Don't know. Anyway, here is a disc detainer core, acrylic lock. It's got 2 ball bearings to hold the shackle in, and it came with 3 identical keys, which are thick and weird. And you can see the keyway is right now it's all aligned and it's pretty open. And when I insert the key, the problem is you can't really see those discs here very well because the shackle's in the way. It's too bad the lock wasn't oriented a little differently. But when I turn it, if you're astute, you can see it gets stuck. It's not very good. You can see some of those discs moving, and here you get a really good view of how far over those discs have moved, and then the ball bearing falls in that part right there. And of course, the lock can be opened at that point. It doesn't look like this ball bearing ever moves out of the way, so that retains the shackle. I can never get it out. It probably means that I can't remove that core either. So I've been fooling around a little bit, just moving this back and forth to try to figure out, you know, how many. It looks like possibly 8 discs, and they are separated by a fair distance. So the one they give me may work, and I'm going to try it in just a moment. But I've been fooling around, kind of inserting this a little bit and watching what moves and seeing how each of the different cuts, because this is brand new to me. I've never even, I don't even know how to read the cuts on this. So, I mean, clearly there are 1, 2, 3 different level, oh, right off camera, sorry. Clearly there are 3 different level cuts right here. Very difficult to see. I think that this part right here, like the shoulder, might be like a 0 cut for the first one. And then I got a semi-deep one here. And then these 2 are close to one another, but really, really deep to the end of the key. So probably don't move the disc much at all. And then back at shoulder height, and then 2 kind of intermediary, probably the same as this second one right here, and then back at shoulder height. So if I had to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I think the last one is shoulder height, the 5th one is shoulder, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5th one, and the first one is just like the same height as the key. And of course it's the same on the other side, and all 3 keys are the same. So it comes with this. So because it comes with this, one would think that you can use this to pick it. And I haven't tried. So let's see if I can get this in here and tension off the beginning. Let's see, I'll hold it this way. Insert it into there. Try and tension that core. Well, I've rotated the first 2 discs. Let me pull it out. Oh, wait a second here. Let me extract that, get a turning tool. I'm going to rotate all those discs as far as they can go in one direction, so I'm picking in one direction. So let's see, if I insert this tool and spin all my discs, there, I should have them set as far as they'll go to one side. Now, if I insert this tool, let me line it up. I'm pretty clumsy. It's definitely a new experience, folks. And try only to hit the very beginning. So right now I'm not in at all. I'm catching something. So let's assume then that that is the first. How do you hold this in tension at the same time and still not block the camera? All right, well, let's assume then that that's the first disc. So try and find the second disc and rotate it. No, don't feel it. I don't think I'm in straight. I'm cooking dinner here. I think the oven's about to beep for the preheat. All right, let's see. I can't even move this pick in and out. All right, let me just see if the pick even goes to the end. Yeah, I can thread it through. All right, let me get those all rotated again one more time. Okay, everything's lined up. Pick is lined up. Insert the shoulder. Catch the first disc and try to tension. No, I should put this in my vise. Okay, well, I think I'm tensioning. So let's go to that first disc and rotate until I get a click. Well, I heard a click. Find the second disc. Oh, that spun all the way. Oh, I'm not feeling anything, so I'm just going to leave that one at the beginning. Go to the third disc. There's a click. Yeah, that's a click. Go to the fourth disc. Or fifth, I guess, since I'm tensioning off the first. Oh, it's binding really tightly. I let off a little tension. Whoa! Huge click there. Nope, lock's still locked. Go to the next one. Little click. And at the back of the lock, let off a little tension. Okay, I don't feel, whoa! Hope I didn't just break my tip. I don't feel, oh yeah, I didn't turn the core, so of course the lock's not unlocked. Okay, I didn't feel any click there. Let me try and wiggle out here. And I'm stuck. There we go. All right, back to the beginning. Find that second disc. Third disc. Spins pretty freely. No. Well, it'd be nice if you could see where the gates are. I mean, isn't that the point of acrylic lock? I mean, this is nice because I can see which disc I'm spinning, but if I don't know where the gates are, Well, that bell tells me two things. One, that I need to get my dinner prepared, and two, that it's time to end this video in favor of some practice. But I think with some practice, this tool does appear as though, at least since it came with the lock, it'll work on this lock. I'm just going to use it for a little while, and I'll shoot again maybe when I get it figured out. Well, thank you for watching Picking Principles. If you have any suggestions, I definitely need them. So please leave them in the comment section below. Please subscribe if you like what you've seen. And thanks a lot. Have a great day.